Has someone been collecting unemployment benefits in your name? You might think that this is an odd question, but thousands of people in our region are finding out the hard way that they've been the victim of identity theft. And now at tax time, they're stuck with cleaning up that mess.
Jennifer Lukey has been investigating New York's unemployment system for nearly a year now. Tonight, she goes in depth on an unemployment scam targeting those who aren't even unemployed. Jen?
Well, Brett, Deanna, at the start of the pandemic, unemployment claims were coming in fast and furious. The website was crashing, the phone lines were crushed, and those in need, in many cases, were made to wait months to get benefits. I asked the governor about it many times directly, and he said the state needed to do the proper checks and balances to ensure those applying were actually entitled. Well, those checks and balances, in many cases, aren't working. Back in May, the governor said if the state didn't do its due diligence when vetting unemployment claims, I'd be back with a different set of questions.
And why didn't you check to make sure John Smith was eligible before you gave him taxpayer money? That's going to be a fair question. And then we're going to say, well, we were in a mad scramble to move as quickly as possible. And then you say, yeah, but you were supposed to determine the eligibility of a person, and you let this person get taxpayer money, and you were a bad governor. That's why you can't win in this business.
It didn't take long to see thousands of fraudsters were hiding among the crowd, and the state certainly isn't catching all of them. Back in June, we started hearing from teachers who never applied for unemployment but were receiving determination letters and cash cards with benefits on them. 8 months later, it's still happening. Bonnie Slack got a debit card in the mail a few weeks ago.
I haven't worked in like almost 15 years. So at first I thought, well, this is silly. Somebody made a really huge mistake here, right?
Lou Yusko is in the same boat.
You can't get through, and they want you to enter a PIN number, and you're like, okay, well, who knows what the PIN number was that these people created.
Scammers continue to use stolen personal information to steal benefits.
The policeman that visited us said it's huge. It's all over.
Last week alone, Brighton and Ogden police filed reports for dozens of victims. Brenda Kavanaugh found out her ID was stolen over the summer when she went to file for unemployment benefits herself after she was furloughed from her job for a week.
And they said, well, someone's using your Social Security number then to draw unemployment. And it looks like they've gotten 13 weeks.
She spent months trying to prove she didn't make the claim and thought it was finally cleared up. Then she got a 1099 tax form.
$12,643 that I had received in an unemployment compensation. And I went, oh my gosh, how do I deal with this?
So not only did the scammer collect money in her name, he didn't pay taxes on it. She worries others may unknowingly be in the same boat.
Is there a 1099 out there they don't even know exists?
The state labor department recently put out this press release, patting itself on the back for stopping 425,000 fraudulent unemployment claims worth $5.5 billion. What it didn't say is how much money has made it out the door and into the hands of scammers, how many fraudulent claims it didn't catch in time. I asked those questions to a spokeswoman for the state labor department. Here's the exact email. And I couldn't get a straight answer. She said, quote, we cannot give you a specific number as new fraud is being identified every day. We continue to work with financial institutions and law enforcement partners to recover more and more of the funds that were paid to fraudsters. And, quote, as we've told you previously, we aren't able to talk about the specifics of the investigative process to give details about cases as it may provide a roadmap to fraudsters. But clearly, I'm not asking for details of individual cases. I'm asking for an idea of just how big of a problem this is, as it's our taxpayer money fueling it. And because it's our tax dollars, what I'm asking for is public information. I reminded the Department of Labor of that, and I said if I have to file a Freedom of Information Law request to get it, I'll do that. In the meantime, if you're a victim here, you've got quite a process ahead of you to get this cleared up. Start by filing a police report. You'll need that when you alert the Department of Labor either by phone or online. Then you're going to need to fax a whole lot of your personal information to the Department of Labor to prove you are you and not the scammer. Then you'll want to put a freeze on your credit file so that scammers can't keep using your information in other ways. And last but not least, if a scammer already got money in your name, you're going to need to clear this up with the IRS and the Department of Taxation and Finance too. I've got all the information on how you can do that, all the numbers you need, the websites and the IRS contacts at WHEC.com. Jennifer Lukey, News 10 NBC.